What is up, guys? Welcome back to yet another brand new Major Bin Gaming video. I hope you guys are having a fantastic days as always. Now, I'm going to do something a little bit different in today's video. We're going to be playing the first section of Lies of P, and I'm going to be talking about the game, running it on a PlayStation 5 Pro, as we always do on the channel. You know what we're doing. But what I quickly do want to say is please consider liking. If you enjoy this new form of content that we're doing, don't worry, we're still going to be doing all the usual content as well with testing and stuff. This is just something I'm going to do like a little bit later, like a week after I've done the video. We'll do like a let's talk video where I play a bit of the game. That's kind of what I'm going for with this stuff, and just giving my general opinions. But just to say as well, if you do want to become a member of the channel, there is a members button down below where you can join. There's also a Discord in the link as well in the description, so please let me know if you'd like to come and join that as well. Thank you, and let's get into the gameplay. We're going to be playing PS5 Pro with Lies of P. And I want to talk a little bit about this game and show you what this game is about. And this is going to be a start of a new like topic where we do the usual testing videos as always, so please don't worry about that. But we're also going to do like a little bit of gameplay here and there where I just do a let's talk series where I give my opinion. Now, I'm going to skip through this because you guys don't need to know the story. I just want to kind of play the game, show you a bit of the gameplay, show you how it runs on PS5 Pro. I know we've done it in a tested video as well, but I just am so passionate and love this game so much that I want to give it a bit more life on the channel, and for you guys to just see the game a little bit more compared to just like a quick testing video. This game looks so good on PS5 Pro. It runs at, as far as I believe, native 4K 60 frames per second, and it just looks absolutely insane. The lighting is good. I mean, this game, there's not like a single thing about it I don't like. Now, to give my kind of like topic and show you kind of what game this is actually like, this is very much a Souls-like game, very much inspired from things like Bloodborne, the Dark Souls games in general. I'm going to go with balanced just for this little starting point of the game. What we're going to do right now is we're literally going to play the first like 2 bosses of the story. We're just going to rush through. I know the game very well. Let me just change over my thing to my main on my DualSense Edge. But we're going to just go through the first few bosses. Now just look at how good it looks. It runs at perfect, like locked 60 pretty much all the time. It's 4K, like. The only thing I would have liked would be like some sort of unlocked mode for the game. That would have been at least nice to have, but they didn't do that here. As far as I'm aware, it may be using like PSSR, so maybe it's not a native 4K 60, but I'm pretty sure the devs said it anyway. You guys will be able to find it. I would have looked it up for my testing video, so you can go back and see that. But we're more just looking at the visuals here, talking about the game, and it's just really good. But let me know what you think in the comments below in terms of like me doing a Let's Talk series. So, for example, with Monster Hunter, obviously that's coming out on Friday, we'll do the usual testing video on Friday, but maybe like, I don't know, a week later or a few days later when I'm more experienced with the game and know a little bit more about it, we will do a video where we just deep dive, or not deep dive, but we have a little let's talk session. I give my opinions on the game, what I think about the game. It's a new series I've been wanting to do for a while that's a bit more like sitting down and me just chatting in general. And the other thing I'd like to know, I've kind of not got my face cam on in gameplay segments because I want you guys to see the full screen aspect of the game and really see what the game looks like and show it off on PS5 Pro, because it's kind of what we're all about on the channel. But anyway, back to this game. Now, this game obviously has been out for a little while. It was on Game Pass at launch. It's actually where I played it first, but it did get the PS5 Pro patch, and we also do actually have DLC for this game coming out in a, well, we don't know the exact release date, but it's called Lies of P Overture, and it is the DLC for this game. So we don't know when it's exactly coming, but it is coming. There's trailers for it now. We had it at the PlayStation event, and yeah, I just think that more people need to know. And if you're just watching this video and you've not played the game, give it a go. It is a hard game. It is like a Dark Souls style game. You're going to see more of that when we get to the boss sections in a minute. It is a parry game rather than a dodge game. I'm going to make sure I don't mess this up while talking. I'm going to go for some heavy attacks because I know that he's going to stagger easily. I know this game very well, so don't like look at this gameplay if you're new to the game and think, oh, it's really easy. Like, you might die to that guy. Like, you know, it's not an easy game. It is a difficult game, but I've played this game through so many different times. Right, let's go through. We're not far off the first boss. We're going to do the first two bosses of the game, but I just think this game is something special, and I really think it lives up to the Dark Souls style games, like easily. Sorry, there's a motorbike going past outside, but I really think it lives up to the Dark Souls, Demon Souls, Bloodborns. If anything, I really prefer this game than quite a lot of the others. Like, I prefer this over Dark Souls 3. I know that's not necessarily going to be people's thing they want to hear, but I do. I absolutely do, and I'm fairly new to the Dark Souls series as well. I've only done 3. That's where I dived in, and Elden Ring was my first like proper Souls-like. So I am pretty new to the franchises like this, but I've really got into them. I've been doing different types of runs as well, and my brother is the same. He absolutely loves this game. So let's just skip through this area, and we're going to go straight to the boss. I don't need the levels to do the first few bosses, to be honest. Maybe I'll level up before the second boss, but I don't know. I don't know what it is, but this game has become a comfort game for me, where if I just don't know what to play, or I need a bit of a break from the main game I'm playing. Oh, that was a good dodge there, or I mean a good block there. It's become kind of like a staple thing that I do, is just dive into Liza P, and oh, I need to heal. This guy is pretty tough, actually. I remember this guy being a pain on my first playthrough. Oh, he's a pain now, to be honest. So how it works is you have like a perfect parry. So I didn't perfect parry there, but it is a little forgiving, because if you just hold the parry button, you will block and you will be able to regain some of that health by hitting the enemy. So you'll see that a little bit more when we get to like the first boss and stuff. But if you perfect parry, you end up building up a destruction to the enemy's weapon, and you can actually break pretty much majority of the boss's weapons in this game. So that's something worth noting, and it is worth doing the parry system, because it absolutely does build up like stagger as well to the bosses. We're gonna be able to make it to the Stargazer before they come over. Yes, probably not be able to rest though, because they're just gonna be right behind us. There you go. Yeah, right, let's kill these guys, and we can go straight to the first boss. Okay, yeah, but you'll see when we block, but we don't necessarily perfect parry, it will show a little bit of health that we can actually regain. Let's just put a couple of points. What are we doing? What is this weapon? I can't remember what it is. I'm pretty sure it's... Is it technique? Yeah, we'll do technique, because technique's one of my favorite playthroughs to do. So let's do technique levels, and maybe 1 point into health. And let's go technique and maybe a stamina. No, we can't do anymore. Okay, fine. Right, let's go. Let's do the first boss. I know this one pretty well, so I'd like to think I'll do it first go without even worrying about it, to be honest. But you never know with these kind of games. They're very all over the place. But as I said before, I would really like your opinion on what you think of this more of a long-form content. Nothing's changing in terms of all the other stuff I do. Don't worry, people who care about all that. Right, let's see if we can get... Nice, big damage. That was like my ultra ability. So there we go. I didn't perfect parry the first one, but I've got some enough to regain my health. And we can get a huge, when his bar is white at the bottom, you get a nice, you get a stagger there as well, which is really, really nice to see. So yeah, the game is, you know, it's a Souls-like. They're all, that's a shame. See, I didn't block that at all, so obviously I lost health. It's a shame, because that was the first time I actually lost health in the fight. There we go. Okay. That's annoying. It's okay though. We're doing okay. I died a lot to this boss on my first playthrough, but at this point, it's so easy. There we go. First one done. And through we go. We'll go all the way to the second boss. We'll do the second boss as well, because, I don't know, we'll sprint through, but I just want to do more videos that give kind of these games a little bit more life. It doesn't have to be straight after the fact, but I just feel like this game deserves so much respect and so much, like, I don't know, praise for what it's done with a small development team and a studio that we don't know much about prior to this, and this is the game they came out with. I think that is deserving of them being noticed. So if you haven't played this, I seriously suggest you go and start it now, because you've got the DLC coming up. You're gonna love the game, I guarantee, if you like Souls-like games especially, but even if you don't, give it a go. you can summon with the bosses, you can get some help here and there if you need it. Like, there are options and ways to make the game easier if you do struggle and you can't do it, but if you find it easy, there's also ways to do it. Make it really hard by doing like level 1 runs, or not leveling your weapon, or you know, you have pulse cells, not pulse cells, you have quartz in this game that you use to upgrade what they call a P organ. Yes, I know the name is a little bit strange on the P organ, but you have a P organ that basically is kind of like abilities. You can increase the amount of heals that you have. You can, you know, your guard regain that I showed you before, you can regain more health back once you do take damage, but you aren't perfect blocking. So there's lots of different upgrades that you can get, excuse me, in the P organ. In fact, it's something I can always show a bit later on as well. But yeah, let's keep going on through to the next area. Just like the whole, I don't know, actually, we've got one level. So something that they've added to this game that would be nice in like some of the other Souls games is in the top right, you can see the amount of ergo, they call it in this game, but it's basically your souls, right? It's literally your soul level. When it's blue, you can put a level in, but when it's, what is it? Stamina is vigor. Let's do that. Cool. And we do have another point as well. Let's go for more damage. And then now you can see the vigor, sorry, the ergo or souls in the top right is now not there. So, and another thing that I think they probably took from Elden Ring, you can sprint when there's no enemies around, you can indefinitely sprint. And I just love those quality of life changes. Some just really nice things in Lies of P that isn't in some of the other games, which is very, very nice to have. But I hope you guys, by the way, are having a fantastic day. If you're enjoying this video, please do give me a like as well, and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Also, really does help me out. And I just hope you enjoy these kind of these long videos and stuff. And I just really appreciate it if you could let me know in the comments what you think with this style of content, because people do ask me to stream a lot as well. I do try and stream when I can. It's something that's like hard to do regularly for me, but you know, I'll try and be better at doing that every now and then. I will try and be better at that, but content is always my primary focus. It's what I really enjoy doing, and you know, hopefully you guys do also. Right, so here we go. So we're going to go through this section of the game. Like, we're going to run through. I'm not going to kill every enemy. I don't need to do that. I don't need the levels. Not bragging, but I know the game very well. So right, let's go past the dogs. Dogs, they always have dogs in these Souls-like games. They always have some form of a dog in every Souls-like game, and they are always really annoying, really hard to kill, and just don't leave you alone. But in some ways, like, running past the enemies is sometimes more difficult, in my opinion, at least. Let's pull them out here and go in. There we go. Now, this bit I always worry about. There's a little bridge out here that's just like, if you get caught, there's a guy with, like, he just constantly spams you. But if you roll into them, they do stagger back a little bit. It's like little things you learn from doing different runs and like speed runs and trying to get through the game in certain ways. So, but graphically, I want to go back to talking about a little bit of graphics. Like, it's very good. Like, again, for such a smaller studio that we didn't really have a lot of things from in the past, like, it is quite impressive what they have achieved from their first kind of big title like this. I can't wait to see what they do with the DLC. I kind of hope it, we don't have a lot of like gameplay sections, but I really am hoping that it's going to take it a step further, to be honest, because I don't know, it's just really good. So when this goes red, you can actually, there's actually a little thing here for you guys who played it before. You can go talk to this guy, and naturally I actually bought something by accident there because I was spamming the button, but no worries. Now you can get the Stargazer if you go talk to him and you're rushing. So, right, onwards. We're not far from the second boss now. Oh, we're a little way, I suppose, but yeah, the second boss is actually quite a significant step up in difficulty, in my opinion, from the first. Like, there's actually quite a bit of a jump up in difficulty. Now, you've got these butterflies as well, which also give you various different things. So Moonstone, that is going to be an upgrade or a level towards your weapon. So if to put it in like Elden Ring perspectives, that's one of your smithing stones, basically. So it's just a point towards upgrading your weapon. Right, so we have Oh, I guess we're kind of doing the first 3. I always forget about the Mad Donkey. I always forget that he is a boss that's here as well. So technically we're doing the first 3 bosses of the game because they're all pretty close together. We'll go do the first 3 just for a gameplay standpoint. But we're going to do this as well. We're going to do this with a lot more games, like me just going back and looking at old saves as well. It's always a fun thing that I enjoy doing. So right, that's the shortcut unlocked. It's something that I enjoy doing. So there's so many games I want to go back and dive into and just have a little play around. Bit like what we're doing here. Start a new save. Like Breath of the Wild is one of those ones that I always love to just go play through. Like the intro sequence, right? Where you start in that, where you wake up, you go up the thing, and you go into that outside world. So wait, he followed me all the way here? Is this guy okay? Jeez. Is he can't come through here, right, to the boss area. No, so this is like the first... Or the second little boss. It's kind of a mini boss, this one. I'll skip through. You can backstab him quite a lot. He actually isn't easy, but you can backstab this boss. So let's see what we can do. And then you run behind, and when he goes red, you can do a backstab. But I tell you what, though, they are some of the most inconsistent backstabs in a game I've seen in a while. There we go. Get a bit of extra damage. He goes a bit crazy. See, it didn't happen that time. We can get him this time. Maybe? No? That's the most, like, delayed attack. And let's heal. There we go. You get a good amount of backstabs in in this fight. It's I kind of wish more. I think it's humans you can backstab, but you can't backstab any of the animatronic robot stuff. I'm pretty sure that's how it works in this game. And goodbye. There we go. So we'll skip through this. I don't want to spoil the story for people who haven't played the game yet. So let's keep going on. There's Geppetto. There's our creator, I guess. Let go of me. Thank you. And we can go through the door here, and we're pretty much almost at the following boss. So that went pretty well. That was a pretty decent fight for me. We could go back and level up, but I'm feeling confident with this third boss to not go and level. We'll try. Let's see what we can do. I can't promise anything, but by the way, if you guys really like enjoy this kind of content and you want me to do more like longer stuff, like actual playthroughs of games also, that is something I could look into doing. I'd maybe do it on a separate channel. Not sure, but if you really want to see like me do more like long versions of these, like even longer, like obviously this is just a let's talk video where I'm kind of like you know, talking about Lies of P and stuff in general, just giving my opinions on the game, what I like. I'm trying to think, like, because I was always talking about it, like, what do I not like about this game? Like, obviously there's everything that I do like. What is there something that I don't like? And I'm really struggling to actually think of something that I dislike, and I don't think there is anything. Is there a guy coming behind me? Yes. The one thing you can do to make this fight slightly easier is to go into your equipment and put on the Puppet Destroyer's amulet, because this next boss is a puppet. So you grab that amulet right before, and it's almost like they've done that perfect timing so that you fight this boss with the Puppet's amulet. Now, this one is a significant step up, in my opinion, from the first, especially the first boss, like the first big boss we did. We'll skip through this. This one does feel like a step that makes it a little bit more difficult. So let's see. That was a nice perfect parry. You can see, by the way, that wasn't a perfect parry, but it doesn't matter because I got guard regain. I can gain back some of my health. I believe the windows in this game, like not the windows, but like the stagger, the timing windows are actually harder than something like Sekiro, as far as I'm aware. So we got a stagger there because the bar's white. Get the nice stagger off. There you go. We're playing pretty good. There is a grab attack, though. Oh, that was bad. There you go. Very nice. There is a grab attack that does always get me. That one tends to get me as well. There it is. Okay, we got past it once. That always does explosive damage in the second phase here. Got a nice stagger off as well. Let's do that. It's going pretty good so far. I got hit, I'd say, quite a lot. That was a rough one. I always struggle with that attack as well. Big boy. That's a big boy attack, that one. Dodge that one. That's the grab. That's the grab I always don't like. See, the thing that makes it hard is you want to push for that stagger, but you can't, because obviously he's just, you know, it just pressures you to be really active in this game, and I really love that about Lies of P. So there it is. Didn't get hit too many times on the third boss, I guess, the Scrapped Watchman. Yeah, I mean, this game is just absolutely phenomenal. You get a decent amount of souls for that as well, as you can see in the top right, or ergo, I should be saying. Pretty happy with that performance, actually. I kind of really wish I could do those first 3 bosses with like a no hit. That would be like a goal of mine that I would actually like to achieve. But I think I kind of stopped there. There's not a lot more for me to say, but I wanted to showcase this game off because I think it's just such a phenomenal game that needs more attention. If you haven't played it, I really suggest you do. If you'd like to see more videos like this on other games, let me know which games you'd like to see me kind of do a little intro and play through like we do with the testing stuff, but a bit more in depth after the testing videos. Let me know, because I'd always like to do that. So thank you so much for watching. Please consider leaving a like. Please subscribe if you are new to the channel as well. I'd really appreciate that. There's a members button if you want to become a member of the channel as well down below. Yeah, I think that's enough to say. So thank you so much for watching. Leave a like, subscribe. Bye bye for now.